Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the Still Swinging Podcast. Once again, I'm your host, Thomas, and today we headed to the Dallas-Fort Worth section of Texas, where Devontae Mathis, 21 years old, decided to unalive two store clerks so he could steal some lottery tickets. So without further ado, let's hop into the story and we could get back to the commentary.
Police say the man accused of murdering two convenience store clerks admitted to the murders and confessed he didn't give them time to even comply with his demands. Devonta Mathis is charged with murder for killing 60-year-old Mohammed Hussein in Mesquite, and then just a little more than a day later, 32-year-old Jopi Dasari in Dallas. Investigators say he admitted he used a stolen truck and a gun bought illegally to commit the crimes, and police say he did it for lottery tickets. Fox 4's David Santendi is at the Dallas County Jail with new details on the investigation. David.
Yeah, according to an arrest warrant affidavit, Devontae Mathis showed no remorse while talking with police about those two murders. In fact, he said he wanted to take his own life when he was being chased by police, but he could not find his own gun. What was the motive behind these shootings?
It appears just to be straight robbery.
According to an arrest affidavit obtained by Fox 4, Devontae Mathis admitted to shooting a clerk in the chest last Thursday at a convenience store off West Bruton Road in Mesquite before stealing lottery tickets. Then, days later, shooting and killing another clerk while on the run.
I will say this, it was pretty heinous in the sense of neither clerk appears to have been even given the opportunity to comply.
Mathis told police he shot the clerk, identified as Mohammed Hussein, because of the way he looked, referring to skin color, and stated he did not think the clerk would have been cooperative. Mathis allegedly told detectives he never told the clerk anything, but when he walked in, the clerk looked at him, so he shot him because he did not want him to run out and call the police.
Again, I can't speak to what somebody would or wouldn't have done, but I would assume he would have probably just complied and given the man whatever he wanted.
Police say Mathis got away with stolen lottery tickets, and he was seen on surveillance cashing them out in Hillsboro, just north of Waco, where he's from.
It's very hard to get into someone else's head. We can't really do that and know what they're thinking or why they're doing what they're doing, but certainly the behavior speaks for itself.
Mesquite PD says Mathis also admitted to shooting 32-year-old Gopi Krishna Dasari, a clerk at a Fox Fuel in the Pleasant Grove neighborhood of Dallas, on Saturday. Dasari died. Less than an hour later, Mathis was arrested after an attempted traffic stop and pursuit in Mesquite. How rare is this type of situation?
I would say it's very rare, and all the more importance that we get this person off the street.
Police say Mathis told detectives he bought the pistol he allegedly used from a man off the streets for $400. He was hoping that the lottery ticket winnings would give him enough money to get an apartment.
To me, what that would say is that this is someone who is just truly violent and doesn't have a lot of remorse for what they're doing, or really any for that matter.
Family, we just saw an emotional kid, man. We just saw an emotional kid, all right? Who, listen, that is the product of a young man who grew up with no responsibility or no accountability whatsoever in his life. And then somebody told him one day to get out of here and go get your own. And now he left to his own devices. He left to have to think. Okay, in my opinion, he moving like a guy who been trained that way. No training at all. Somebody just told him to get out here and go be a man. And because he is moving like someone who is desperate. That is a man with no plan. Well, excuse me, that is a boy with no plan. And when you have no plan, you planning to fail. Got his hands on a gun. Because when left to his own devices and told he need to survive, this the best he can do. This the best he can come up with. Because he had absolutely no training. Men are absolutely valuable and instrumental in our boy's life. Okay? See, this something money can't fix. Okay? This guidance that is needed and has been missing and you let him guide himself, this is what he gonna guide himself into most times. Okay, a problem that he can't get himself out of. At 21 years old, his life is over. Okay, my heart goes out to Jopi Dasari, the family of 32-year-old Jopi Dasari and 60-year-old Muhammad Hussein, who lost their lives trying to do their job by a young man who was completely out of his mind and had absolutely no moral compass to just walk in there and shoot a guy because you don't like the way he look and you need some lottery tickets that you can't pay for so you can somehow come up with your apartment. Question for you, young man. After you would have got the apartment, how did you plan on keep paying for the apartment? That way? Okay, listen, you are a dangerous person. You got a dangerous young mind. You need to be where you are. Okay? You need to be somewhere where you can be watched 24 hours, 7 days a week. Because when you are left to think, this is what happens. Catastrophic danger. Still swinging is out. I love you, family.